How can we benefit from adversity? That's the topic of our discussion today. How can we benefit from adversity? Now, this applies regardless of whether we're a writer or whether we're something else, because adversity is universal. So welcome to Lessons in History. The year is 1937. The event is the Hindenburg disaster. Now imagine floating above the ground, high above the ground in New Jersey, you've got this massive airship balloon, and suddenly it explodes into flames and it plummets to the earth. People are standing back watching in horror. 35 souls are lost. Many more flee the wreckage, the burning funeral pyre. All of this is caught on video, and this video is sent over the airwaves all over the nation. The public is not surprisingly shocked to see this event, and they lose faith in the airship industry. And in fact, this turns out to be the death knell for the airship industry. It's the end of the era. So as bad as that is, too often, this is actually a metaphor for our own lives. That's right. It hurts to say it, but our lives are trial by fire. Our lives are trial by fire. We go through various things. We go through adversity, trials and tribulations. And sometimes our self-esteem takes a hit. Our faith takes a hit. Our self-image is crushed. Our hope is dashed. And we're left to pick up the pieces of our life and start over again. However, as bad as that sounds, the reality is it doesn't have to end like the Hindenburg disaster. It doesn't. Now, a perfect example of this is Charles Diebold. Diebold, during the Great Chicago Fire, Diebold, he owned a safe factory, and he returned to find his factory after the Great Chicago Fire burned. His factory was burned down. The good news, however, was that 878 safes had survived the fire. Some of them had contents in them, and the contents of those safes had been protected. Now, this is the kind of situation where money can't buy this kind of publicity. Word of this strange event went all over the nation, and Diebold was flooded with orders. He couldn't keep up with them for orders for his safes. So we too need to look at the wreckage of our own mistakes, and we need to rise above our circumstances. We need to find the nuggets of wisdom that we can find in our charred psyches and burned memories. But how do we do all that? Well, we have to slow down. That's the first thing we got to do. We got to slow down and reflect a little bit. We identify the lessons that we've learned through our experiences that we've gone through. And we use the pain of those experiences as motivation going forward. We blow fresh oxygen into our passion. Moving forward, we train. We train with more insight and thought than we did before. And we work with greater intensity. But the fact is, we will suffer in this life. There's no getting around it. There just simply isn't. It doesn't even matter who you are. It doesn't matter whether you're a writer or something else. We're going to suffer. Everybody is. But the good news is there's hope even in spite of that. And it's not cause for despair. There's hope even in spite of the reality. The reason why is because whenever we face adversity, it opens up new doors for us. And we're left with a choice. We can either choose neglect on the road to regret, or we can choose action and effort on the road to redemption. That's our choice. We can choose neglect on the road to regret, or we can choose effort on the road to redemption. The choice is beckoning us. The clock is ticking. Thanks for watching. It's totally an honor to have you watching. If you like this kind of content, hit that subscribe button and the like button, and we'd love to have you come back. Fight on. Thank you very much.